Well, hello my fellow adventurers. Welcome back to Living the Grand Adventure, guys. My name is Kevin, and today I have a special treat. I've driven 6 hours south of where I live. Well, about 5.5 hours. And I am in the Big South Fork River and Recreation area. And basically, it's an area here in Tennessee that you can come in and disperse camp and backpack. There's actually a family campground just over there. That's where the trailhead is. But I'm hiking in. Got pretty good loop planned, depending on how I feel and the weather. I do have a little bit extra equipment because it is expected to get cooler some nights. Base weight for summer, which I never made it out during the summer because of weddings and certain things, should have been about 10.5 pounds. Guys, I'm carrying about 15 right now. And that's not counting food, water, and camera equipment. So I'm probably sitting in the ballpark of 25 pounds right now. It's a little heavy compared to what I'm used to, but it's okay. I do have a little bit more of a shorter hike today. Just basically looking to get in here and try to get set up before it gets dark. This is a trail right here, at least, that's shared with horses. So it's kind of gravelly, but wide open. Shouldn't be on this too long today, I wouldn't think, but we'll see. I did go into all trails, basically pick this area and plot my own course. Like I said, shared with horses, guys. It's now 3:30. I was hoping to be able to hike about 2 hours before I had to set up camp. I don't know if we'll get to do that, because it's supposed to be kind of cooler tonight, low 40s. So I do want a little fire before I go to bed. All right, so we've got a division here. Like I said, there are a number of trails that's going to be up in here. We will be actually up next to Station Creek, Camp Creek, but we're going to take the long way out this direction. So we are taking this Jack Ridge Loop, and that's going to be 1.4 miles. So hopefully we can get off of this and get a little bit further into it. There's actually a really big incline that's coming up that I'm hoping to get over with today. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we'll see. Cross your fingers, because I'd like to get that done because it is the largest incline of the trip. There's multiple smaller inclines, but I want that big one done today while I've got a shorter day and got fresh legs. It's pretty areas so far though, but let's see how far we can get into this, guys. Let's shoot for an hour and a half. I'm hoping maybe I can get 3.5, 4 miles into it. I do have one day that no matter what, if I do the loop that's part of this day, the loop is about 7 miles, but from water source to water source, it's going to be about 10.5 to 11 miles, or at least according to the map. So I do have the ability to camel up, and then also I'm going to load up. I can carry as much as 4.5 liters of water. I probably will carry that for that day because it's supposed to be in the mid 70s that day. But we'll see what happens. Cross your fingers. I'm hoping for a good trip and some pretty scenery, guys. So if you guys have followed the channel any this year, I know I haven't posted a lot of content. Had a lot going on. You know, I did have the 2 weddings back in the summer that we had to plan and organize and get through. And I've had a couple other trips planned. I did attempt to go out to Mohican. I have a video of that I will probably post towards the end of the year. Basically, it was a fail because it was shortly after a tornado went through, and it was before they had a chance to get information onto their website. Literally, it was the next day. So, in a way, I was kind of lucky, because if I'd have went the day before, I'd have got caught in that tornado. I think it was an F1 or an F2 through Mohican State Forest. And I was actually supposed to come on this trip last week, towards the middle of the week, and I ended up pushing it out to this week because over the weekend, between Friday and Sunday of this month, this past week, they got about 2.5 inches of rain here from Hurricane Ian. So I skipped that. Saw that was supposed to come in. I said, no, I don't want to go and get torrential downpour. The trail has dried out from that though. In fact, it's actually very dusty. So it's gonna make the shoes a little dirty. I have to dust them off really good. But that's okay. Pretty area so far. Basic woods walking. Should have the better views. Probably, I mean, we're gonna have some creek views and such over the next couple of days. But we may start getting some vistas the third, and if I'm here the fourth day, regardless, I mean, you know, during those 2 days, however it works out, we will have some nice vistas overlooking the Big South Fork River, I believe is what it's called, and stuff like that. It's gonna be really awesome. Looking forward to it. But so far, just basic woods walking. Very reminiscent of other woods we've been in, guys. Very quiet, kind of peaceful, and good comfortable weather. It was 68 degrees when I got out of the Jeep and threw my pack on. I'm moving pretty quick. Been on trail about 45 minutes, coming up on 2 miles. That's all fine and dandy, but my legs are really starting to burn. And it has nothing to do with elevation or anything like that. This whole trail, if you notice, is sand. And it's pretty deep sand, a couple inches even in spots. And in some ways, it's almost like trying to hike in snow. It's deep, so deep in spots. Wasn't prepared for that. On that last incline there, was one of the smaller ones. Legs got burned a little bit because my feet were sliding everywhere. So, it's kind of interesting. Really hoping that it don't continue that way. On a side note, being in Tennessee and close to the Appalachian Mountains, which I guess actually technically I'm in some of those on the western side of those, there is definitely the chance for black bear. It's gonna be a good water source in the spring. It's not great right now, but definitely could be a chance for black bear. Of course, they are starting their hibernation cycle. This is the first week of October, and everything, so may not have to worry about them quite so much, but on an air of caution, Jenny talked me into buying a canister of bear spray. So hopefully I won't have to use that. It's always the last resort. It is, of course, better than, of course, shooting a bear or an animal. Really don't want to ever do that, so I'd much rather use bear spray. I did get a canister of bear spray, and it's on my hip, ready to go if I need it. Always be safe on trail and always be smart, like I've always said. A lot of pine forest here, right here. Trail is not very hard so far, but there are, like I said, that sand is a little detrimental to your ankles. I'm making it though, it's fine. It's just a comment on the trail. All right, guys, we've been on trail for about an hour. About 2.25 miles, 2.2, I believe is what it said, so not too bad. First time being out in over a year. It's actually been 13 months, guys. I kind of factored it out, almost 13 months. But yeah, we're doing pretty good here. I'm kind of happy. I haven't hit the 2 bigger inclines for the day. Don't know if I'm gonna make it to the second one. It is now 4:27. So I've been on the trail literally an hour and 6 minutes or so, 7 minutes. I'm just now getting ready to go down the first declination that will take me up my first larger inclination. But looking at it, there are 2 larger inclines. They're both going to be right here at the beginning of the trail. And I kind of did that on purpose because I really didn't want to deal with those at the end of the trail. I'm trying to at least get through the first incline, because basically what it does on the map, it goes down, up, down, and then the larger inclination. If I can get to that second valley, I think there's a big creek there. It's probably where I'm going to stop for the day, mainly because I'm going to run out of time. Like I said, it's basically 4:30. Sun goes down, I believe, at 7:10. Really comfortable weather. I mean, I'm breaking a sweat just a touch on the inclines. But when it's flat like this, which, I mean, it's been flat for a little ways now, it's been pretty easy going. The sand is killing me because it's all down in my shoes. Gotta get me some gaiters, I guess, or something, guys, because I wasn't expecting to have sand walking, you know. Not in Tennessee, anyway. I mean, it's basically wide open and pretty easy now. It's not as much sand right through here. It seems to be more on the larger inclines and down in the dips, like when you get a little bit lower where it might be muddier. And I think that's actually intentional. I think they've actually come in and put it because it looks like fresh sand. Yeah, see, this is washed out and you can actually see some rocks there. Not a big deal. Alright, got a little junction here. Probably, I think, taking it to the left. There's multiple ways to go. Wow, okay. I may actually hear some water flowing too. No, it's just a big breeze coming in. Yeah. So, Little Fork Creek, I think that's the direction we're heading. The Jack Ridge Loop is what we've been on. We're going this way though. I think this is the incline that I was talking about. Alright guys, so you see we're going, yeah, definitely going to go out this direction, which is towards the Cherritt Creek Lodge and Laurel Fork Creek. If you look down here, we're getting ready to go down this first incline right here. Then we gotta go back up to there, and then we gotta come down to this. This is the one I wanted to get through today, because you see after that it's not really too bad. But I think I'm literally going to get to the base of that, and that's probably where we're going to stop for the day. So if that's what happens, it is what it is. Oh, hang on, there's a gate here. I'm not going the right way. And it's just to block off, because that trail that we were on just now is a multi-use trail. Yeah, we're on the right way. So I guess this is just a hiking trail, because the other trail that we were on, the Jack Ridge Loop, they can actually ride horses, ATV, even said watch for carriages. I'm like, okay, that was a pretty wide open trail. This could be interesting. Looks like this is like just a old creek bed right here. Come down all this mess. Looks like it might open up a little bit and not be quite so hard right through here. And it looks like the trail kind of comes this way. I'd say that you can ride mountain bikes down this because there are tire tracks for bicycles. But definitely blocked off for ATV use, guys, and horse. So we are officially on the first section of hiking trail that we've been on. And of course it immediately goes down into a valley. And this is the first spot that I've actually seen where it's even kind of cleared out as far as undergrowth. I still couldn't really get a tent over there because it's not flat, but if you're desperate, you might be able to get a hammock. At least it's open enough where you can actually do something there. I haven't seen anywhere else that even looked remotely like a campsite. But let's make our way down here to Laurel Creek. Laurel Fork Creek, I think is what it was called. We'll make our way down to this and see how much time we got. Maybe if nothing else, we can at least get that first incline over with so we don't have two and immediately the second day. Oh, look at this here, guys. It's kind of pretty. Big rock formation. Should see a number of these as we move through this trail system here, guys. Just happens to be the first one I've seen. Oh, look at that. Looks like there's actually small type of cave up there. If I had more time and it wasn't getting dark, I'd go explore, guys. We're going to move on. I'll have plenty of time to explore the next couple of days. And I'm sure I'll see other things like that. Oh, I know the other side actually is supposed to be steeper than this. So this is going to be fun coming back up out the other side. Glad my legs are good and fresh. Yeah, see the sun is starting to dip down, guys. So we're actually on one of America's through hikes. One of the trails. I believe it's Satoli? I don't know. Guys, I know I'm butchering the name, but it's Satoli Trace. I think that might be it. It actually runs from down in Tennessee, a little bit further south than where I'm at, all the way up until northern Kentucky. I believe it's 142 miles now, give or take. It kind of changes depending on where they move the trailhead and, you know, different reroutes and detours if there's things going on. But there's a number of people who have hiked this, of course, the whole thing as a smaller through hike. Haven't had a chance to do a through hike. It is on my bucket list for the next year or two to try to do some type of through hike. But we did cross that creek. I didn't get a chance to show it. I'm trying to move pretty quick. I checked my watch. In this area, the sun does go down at 7:15. It is now, you can see, 4:55. So I still do have a good 2 hours of daylight. Only problem is, could swear I heard somebody talking. It's hard to tell. But anyway, thing is, down in these valleys, it gets dark a little bit quicker. It's one reason I'm hoping I can get over here and get up on a ridge and camp tonight. One, I'm hoping to have cell signal, and two, it'll be a little bit more daylight till later in the day, and it actually get daylight sooner in the morning as well. Sun is not supposed to come up until about 7:20. I made it across the other side, the other spot that I had across this stream without getting my feet wet. We'll try to do it again. Really just got to get to right there. It's not so bad. It's this little bit of flowing water right here. It's a little deep in spots. Just gotta find good rocks to step on, get my balance on. So really, if I can, don't want to get my feet wet with the temperatures dipping down into the 40s tonight, and possibly 30s the next 2 nights, depending on where I'm camped up at and what's going on, because it will get cooler, of course, next to water and in creek areas. Oh, actually, I believe, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like this may be the first one I've come across. Let's go take a look real quick. I'll say we're a little pressed for time today. Don't want to get caught in the dark. Yeah, that's a hiker made site, guys. We'll take a look at it here in just a second. I got to get across this creek again. Looks like the trail goes out that way. That's interesting. Got to walk across all that to get over there. But yeah, that's a hiker made site right over there, guys. Let's see. Looks like we go up here. Yeah, you can get a good advantage of it. There's a fire pit and everything. So it might be easier to go this way and come back. It's going to take a little time, but I do believe that's going to be the easiest way to get around this. I've also been looking at the mud at these creek crossings to see if I see any wildlife prints, and so far I haven't seen anything. I mean, I've seen a couple of deer prints back in the sand when I was in that one section where it was so sandy. Just came down an actual set of stairs there. Filming with the phone because I'm in a darker area of the forest now. And the GoPro wasn't picking up light quite as much, and I don't have access to my LED right this second. It's in the back of my backpack. But this is what we're hiking along right now. This is really cool, guys. Love to have been here earlier. You know, spend a little bit more time here. Like I said, we're gonna start seeing views like this quite often. It's just the first time I've really seen something this good. I figure I'd roll and catch some of it. Gotta figure out where the trail goes. I think that might be it right there. It's not heavily defined right in this area. Yeah, it looks like it's right there. Take this in though. This is cool. Really awesome. There's actually a little bit of flowing water under there. Down in the valley though. I think that's the trail. I don't see any blazes. I'm gonna check all trails. Yeah, show you what else I might see on the trail here, guys. Guys, I've come down another incline. I'm getting ready to cross a creek, but got a nice little suspension bridge here. It's gonna be fun. Not too bad, don't move too much. That's cool. It's pretty neat. Whoa, okay, this is a little wobbly right here, guys. We'll slow down a little bit. See how it's starting to get kind of dark. It's about 6:30. Oh, popping and cracking. Okay. Sign here. Believe we're meeting up with the horse trail. And of course, it has other things that go out that way, such as the Trent Arch Loop. I think that's what this is part of as well. I got up that first incline that I showed you. Got across, I think there was 3, maybe 4 creek crossings, and then I started up that incline. That incline was kind of beastly. Wasn't a lot of incline. It's just really rutted. They allow horses on it, so of course that makes it a little bit harder to hike. But I'm up on the ridge now. I think I've got like an additional 25-30 feet and I'll be all the way to the top. There was actually an area back here that had hitching posts for horses, and I was looking to see if maybe by chance there was a campsite there. No go. Basically, that's what I'm doing now, is looking for a campsite. Next one I come across that's good, I'm taking it. Because I did stop at the creek real quick. I didn't show you, because like I said, I'm kind of pressed for time. It's 5:30 now. But I stopped off, and I have a Gatorade bottle that basically what I'm doing is just using it for dirty water, and then I'll pour it into my filter system. It was just a quick grab and go. Took me about 2 minutes to get the water and throw the pack back on. It's kind of nice to get the pack off like those 2 minutes. Pretty sweaty, especially after doing that incline. But down in the valley, it was really kind of gloomy and already starting to get dark. And that's one reason I'm kind of hoping I can find a site up here on the ridge, because this time of year when you get down the valley, it's dark by 7 o'clock, even if the sun don't go down to 7:12. Because I think that's when it's either 7:12 or 7:15. But yeah, it just gets really gloomy. Coming out into the opening here, it's basically a power line easement. I crossed the southern end of this earlier. Light came out and went right beside it for a couple minutes. It looks like we're going to go straight across it here. Yeah, we crossed that down that direction. It goes out this way. But yeah, we should be coming up on that trailhead. And if you see, I do have probably a good couple hours of daylight if I could be in an area that's a little bit more open. Even if I'm in the trees, you know, a good hour and a half. So I'm hoping I come across a decent site very shortly. Ideally, with some nice person having left me some wood. Because I really don't know if I feel like getting wood today after about a 6-hour drive and probably a good 4 or 5 miles hiking. Don't know if I'll do a fire. But back into the woods. Let's see if we can find us a site, guys. Be cool. Just look right there. That would have been awesome. But no, not yet. I've actually only seen, well, I've seen 2 decent sites. Well, one was actually a good site. One was a decent site. And then there was a third one that was really old. And you could tell probably hadn't been used in, I don't know, probably a couple years even. And it wasn't really in a good place either. That's probably why it hasn't been used. But very pretty in the woods this evening, guys. And yes, we are still on the trace, making our way. I do have to remark that it is phenomenal to be back on trail. 13 months since I backpacked. A few times hiked since then. It just hasn't really been enough. It's very awesome to be back out. Just therapeutic, just kind of soul rejuvenating. I really needed to get out. But like I said, you know, I kind of detailed at the beginning of the thing, you know, had stuff to do and things going on. But being back out here and being able to do a little bit of backpacking, take you guys along with me, means the world to me. Thank you for those of you who have stuck with me over the last year where it's been a little bit more difficult for me to get out. Hopefully be able to pick up the content a little bit more now. At least I'm out here for this one. And this promises to be a pretty good trail. Like I said, it's been a lot of woods walking so far, but I knew this first day would just be kind of getting in here and getting set up and getting ready for the next few days. Because the next few days really should be some awesome views, some awesome hiking, and beautiful weather. I'm definitely eager to take you guys along with me on that and let you see what I see and experience it with me. But like I said, it's time to find a site and get set up for the evening, guys. This looks to be kind of like a service road almost. I mean, it's pretty wide open, but it said I have a mile to that hostel, and I'm pretty sure there's some sites right around it or in that area. And I'm hoping with it being kind of a lodge, hostel slash area, whatever, maybe there'll be some cell signal in that area. Cross your fingers, guys. I'm hoping to be able to contact the family. I haven't talked to them since I left the trailhead. I mean, literally, I got 100 feet into the forest, cell signal went dead. I have T-Mobile, so I can attest to what AT&T or Verizon or some of the other services may have, but T-Mobile, no signal, at least on the western side of Big South Fork, guys. But, I mean, I figure if the trail's somewhat like this for a mile, I'll bang this out. This won't be no big deal for me to do really, really quick, guys. Beautiful day, man. God, just, you know, I've been in such a rush to get over here and get a site and try to get set up that I really haven't even really been paying attention to how beautiful the day has been. Wonderful weather ever since I got here. Blue skies, pretty sunny day. It kind of got gloomy down in the valleys, but won't be down in the valley too much right now. And I'm hoping to find a site before I do get down into a valley. It is Look at my watch. It's 6 o'clock, guys. So I have just over an hour till the sun sets. So I've got to get to moving. I don't figure we're going to be doing a fire tonight unless I get a site and there's actually wood already there. We got a sign here. We can either take the horse trail, which no, or the hiking trail, which is 0.8 miles. It's actually about half the distance, but I don't want to take a horse trail either. I looked at that. There's quite a bit of elevation there. With this isn't quite as bad. And that is for horses. It'll be rutted. This is for hikers. So hopefully it'll be a little bit smoother, more packed down trail versus being rutted from horses walking in it when it's muddy. Yeah, this is kind of wide open. As I said, sky's blue. Boy, this would be a nice place to have a little site right here. I don't think you can do it right here. It probably feels like it would be kind of illegal. But it would be really nice, man. You would get some stars at night. And we are probably close to, I believe, a 3/4 moon. In that ballpark. Full moon's Sunday, and today is Wednesday. So that tells you how close. It's an old site right there. It's kind of dilapidated, grown over. But somebody's used it. So we're going to head this direction. I guess we'll see what happens, guys. Looks like we're going to start down in the valley. Shouldn't be too much longer. We'll be at the lodge. I have not seen any amount of camping anywhere since we left Laurel Creek or Laurel Fork Creek, whatever it is. There's been a couple of old sites that were overgrown. You could see their fire ring, and that's about it. And they were so overgrown I couldn't get a tent in there. Could have gotten a hammock, but I don't think it was worth my time. Even trying to clear something out for a hammock if I had one. Got the Durston today, the X-Men 1. Started to bring my hammock, but it was just going to be too cold for that, guys. Get a good look at them. Go over and camp in the field, guys. Don't think I can do that, but I would consider it at this moment in time. Yeah, it's getting pretty late. 6:33. Some more places you can tie up your horses. Another bridge here. Man, I didn't even know this was on this side over here. I had not heard anything about it. That says Bandy Creek with the horse trail is 5 miles. I've actually been a little bit further than 5 miles because I had a couple of small loops I threw in there. No horses beyond this point. Got some picnic tables there. Alright, let's see what this sign says. Okay, Twin Arches is out that way. None of that we're going to. It's my actual, oh, Chariot Creek Lodge. Okay, this is the actual lodge here, guys. It says it's day use only, I guess. Well, for somebody here, I can ask him, hey, is there anywhere nearby? This is pretty, though. Oh, hi, puppy. Kind of cool, guys. Got a barn over there, some picnic tables right here beside the creek. Alright, I guess I'm moving on. I gotta figure out which way I'm going. I was really hoping there was some more. It's pretty though. Check it out. So I guess if you're on the trace loop there, guys, you're doing the through hike, you can come in here and maybe get a bed. It's kind of cool. Look at that sign. Might take a second. I think I'm gonna end up in the dark anyway, guys. I'm gonna see what the signage says. It's really neat, guys. I might have to look into this. I don't know how much these things are. I believe my trail is out this way somewhere. Maybe right there. Get on over here and see if I can find a place to make camp, guys. It's kind of cool, guys, with the sun shining out like that. I'm still walking through the lodge area, looking for somewhere to go. I think I gotta get back into the woods. I might be able to find something there, I'm hoping. It would not be the first time I've ever had to sit up in the dark. Did that at Shawnee last year when my 46 climbs hike. It's kind of cool area. This might be another lodge that's kind of reserved for people too. I'd assume you got to pay for these. I don't know. I didn't even look into that stuff because I was out here backpacking, wanting to camp in the woods. So here I am, still walking at 6:45 at night. Got about 20 minutes till the sun goes down. Yeah, it's starting to get kind of dusky, if you will. Kind of very twilight hours almost. Left the lodge a while back, probably a good half mile or so now from it. I really was hoping that there'd be a site somewhere in this vicinity. I do come down closer to a creek very soon, within the next quarter mile. Cross your fingers, I hope maybe there'll be a site there. I've given up on the idea of cell signal. Have not had it since I walked onto the trail. So there's actually quite a few people back there at the lodge. It's kind of cool. I could hear them talking. They were eating dinner because they were all in the dining room. So that's kind of neat. Didn't talk to anyone. They were all inside, so you could just hear them. They had a good fire going. It's all big rocks and gravel. I'd assume they put that down because this is another section of horse trail. I mean, this is almost as bad as it being rutted out from horse hooves. It's been brutal on my feet here at the end of the day. I'm really begging for a site. I've even thought about just hitting a little patch like this and throwing down right there, but it's a lot of rocks, and really don't want to pop my air mattress the first night I'm here. That could make for a miserable few days on trail. Oh, I'm not doing too bad as stamina. My feet are starting to get pretty sore from these rocks. And just before this, as I come down into the valley, before I got to the horse camp, you know, the lodge back there, it was a series of rocks, not like these, you know, natural rocks, and roots. So my feet were already kind of like, whew, not feeling great. And now I'm hitting this, and I'm begging for a site. I just ready to throw the tent up, grab a bite of dinner, and stretch out. Like I said, I'm not even worried about fire tonight. It's not really that cool right now. I mean, it may get cool in the morning, but right now, it's comfortable. In fact, I'm actually a little warm, but I am trudging along, trying to get over, find something to set up. One side of the trail is a 45-degree hill Now right now, actually the other side's like that. I mean, even when it flattens out, you see the undergrowth. Nowhere to set up a site. I ain't found a good 10 by 10 spot where I can put my tent up. So I'm just gonna put one foot in front of the other. May have to get my headlamp out here in a minute. I'll find something eventually, guys. It's all part of the adventure, I guess. I just don't really like hiking in the dark on a rough trail like this. I'll definitely have to keep an eye out for these rocks. Of course, that seems to be kind of abating a little bit. It's starting to get a little bit more of a smoother, natural trail here. Well, hallelujah, guys. About the time I got off the camera last time, come up around the bend right over here, and I come across the site. It's a pretty nice site, actually. Little fire ring here. Actually has a little reflector. Got a little bit of wood. I may do a little fire. Checked out the trees right here. Doesn't look like anything's going to fall on me, so I think I'll put the tent right in this area, right beside the creek. Don't really like being this close to water, just in case the animals could decide to come down and get something to drink, but I wasn't sure how much further a site would be, and this literally is the closest the trail has come to this creek, and it does veer back out this direction, so I figured this would be the only site I'd have probably for another quarter mile, because I'm kind of beat, guys. Like I said, I've been up since 5:45, so I'm coming up on quite a few hours since I have been up. Drove 6 hours, and we'll get those totals up right here on how much I've hiked. I know it's over 6 miles, so that's quite a bit of mileage. Almost 4 hours, not too bad there. Of course, I did stop a couple of times, and the last mile or so was actually kind of rough with those, between the rocks and roots on one side and then this gravel road up here, gravel path. But let me go ahead and get this bear line up, and then we will get tent set up, and then we'll start talking about fire and dinner, guys. Got the tent up. It's all set up inside. Sleeping bag and everything. And now they go ahead and start a little fire. About to get some dinner. And it probably won't be long after that. Gonna take this off. You guys can see me. And guys, it probably won't be long after I get dinner. I'll probably be in the tent getting ready to go to bed. It is now 20 to 8. Like I said, I got the fire going just enough to say I have one tonight. Everything's set up. Bear line's about 200 feet out that direction, so we should be good. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night as far as videoing. I'm pretty tired. Just want to eat. I'm pretty hungry. I haven't ate since about since about 12:30 actually. So yeah, I'm pretty hungry. Ready to get a bite to eat and get in the tent and lay down. I'm gonna burn this maybe for an hour, just to, you know, basically while I eat dinner, and then I'm gonna head to bed. I think I'm gonna do a mountain house stroganoff. I had other things I was gonna do, but I think that would be the easiest thing for me to slap out and just get done, and then I can get to bed pretty early tonight and hopefully have a good day tomorrow, guys. If you've enjoyed this video, definitely like, share, comment, subscribe. You know, when you comment, we'll get back to you as soon as we can and everything. It's been an awesome day. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for coming along with me. Like I said, I mean, this wasn't a really interesting video, I'm sure, because, you know, all the good sites are going to be tomorrow and going forward. But, you know, this is what it was trying to get over here. Pretty hefty hike after driving 6 hours. But I'm here, I'm happy, and I'm going to enjoy the night, guys. Always remember to live your grand adventure to the fullest, guys. I will see you in the next video tomorrow on the trail here at Big South Fork, guys. Until then, take care.